Honduras's problems are all but solved if it's the police you're talking to. The country's lived with 3 years of a crackdown, called the state of exception, in which security forces have increased powers. Now, they say, they're beating the country's gangs, lowering violence.
Yes, there are fewer complaints. It's gone down hugely, and we hope to maintain it like that. Maybe 10% of the cases that we had before.
The only problem, everyone we talked to, especially in gang-controlled neighbourhoods, felt differently. The crackdown began in 2022, partly to try and protect taxi and bus drivers from widespread extortion. We took a ride around San Pedro Sula with one. The police say that extortion's going down because they're getting less complaints. Does that square with your reality?
That's rubbish. We don't complain because we're scared. It's better that I pay and I shut my mouth, and then I can work in peace.
What happens to those who don't pay the extortion?
The gangs have killed them.
The police also claim that the murder count has dropped. But that reduction, although exaggerated, has been real, say analysts.
Homicides have gone down during the state of exception in Honduras, with 2024 recording the lowest levels in 30 years, actually. But gangs have not been weakened by the state of exception, but rather have resorted to less public displays of violence, such as forced disappearances.
We travelled to one of San Pedro Sula's most dangerous neighbourhoods to ask a local leader of the Barrio 18 gang if that was true. One thing that's been said since the start of the state of exception is that the criminal groups, instead of just killing people, are disappearing the bodies instead, so that there's not a higher body count, there's not more of a crackdown from authorities. Is that something your group's doing?
Yes, of course. When we can hide them, we hide them. When we can't, we can't.
Is that something that you've always done, or is that something that's new with the state of exception?
Before, no. Before we left them in the streets. But now, no. Now it's different.
The police also say that a force once so corrupt that its former chief is now in a US prison has cleaned itself up. Another question for the gang leader. With the state of exception, has the police been less corrupt, or are you still able to buy them off?
They've been corrupt all their lives. They come into whichever house they want and grab you. And yes, there will always be police you can buy, because we're in a country in which there'll always be corruption.
And as police have been given new powers, among them the ability to enter houses without a warrant, human rights complaints have soared. Now at more than 1,000 since the state of exception began. In the end, the Honduran crackdown seems neither the glowing success that the authorities claim, nor a complete failure either. With elections coming up, it's now up to the next president to decide if it continues. John Holman, Al Jazeera, Honduras.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.